Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our webinar. We are excited to have Naveen Reddy from Dynamics eShop here today. He'll be presenting on Go Global with eShop Solutions. I know you're all eager to get started with this presentation, so before we begin, as a reminder, we are recording this webinar and we will be posting it on our on-demand webinar library for you to review and share with anyone. If you have any questions during our presentation, please feel free to type them into the questions box and we will answer them at the end of our session during our Q&A. Now I'm going to turn it over to Naveen to kick off our presentation. Here you go, Naveen.
Thanks, Joe. And again, thanks for the opportunity to present our product today with Innovia. So I'm going to just quickly run through a few slides, and I'll run through some application demo also at a high level with the time we have. Okay. So basically, with our company, eShop is one of our solution that we offer for all customers who are looking for e-commerce solution. And we are basically providing the e-commerce primarily for Dynamics ERP customers, the Business Central, as well as the F&O and also NAV customers. And we've been doing this for almost 16 years, and we specialize both in the ERP as well as e-commerce. And we have done this over 400 web stores and counting. So for today, I mean, the main focus is basically the Dynamics eShop all-in-one integrated solution that you can utilize to take our sales globally. And our product is built on top of Dynamics 365. So basically, everything that you have in the Dynamics 365 will be available on the website because it's built on top of ERP, your Business Central. So all the data is readily available for the website. And the front end is pretty much more a .NET based template, and we have like hundreds of templates where you can use one of the templates. But the key thing is the real-time integration with the Business Central, that data is coming straight from the BC. And we do offer different solution and for your implementations based on your requirement, based on what you wanted to launch with, or maybe you can do in a phased approach. But our all-in-one solution will allow to do B2B commerce, where you can do all your existing customers to log in, place orders, and they can be placing orders from any country, any time of the day. It's like a 24/7 portal. The key thing is that when a customer is logged in, he will see his own data based on his location, based on his setups in the Business Central. Then we do support B2C, and this is the one which will basically allow you to give access to anyone in the world. Basically, if you wanted to sell your products throughout the world, B2C will allow you to have a web store and have your catalog displayed in different currencies, different languages, and different shipping methods or payment methods based on the country. But the B2C will allow anybody to log in or register or place an order as a guest. So they don't need to be a customer in your system. Pretty much you can sell it to anybody using the B2C. And with the Dynamics Sales Portal will allow you or salespeople, again, these can be your brokers or like distributors in other countries. If you have a distribution channel, that they're going to be selling your products in the different countries, they can use the login and they can place orders in behalf of their customers. So it's more like a sales, additional sales channels with the distribution or broker channel. We also allow a vendor portal or supplier portal for your global supply chain, especially if you have your suppliers or vendors in factories outside the US, like in Asia or other countries, then you can give access your suppliers to the supplier portal where they can log in and they can see all the customers, all the customer orders and their purchase orders, and they can basically update the POs. They can load all the shipping document, container, custom documents, anything that goes with that PO. All those will be attached back into the vendor portal. So it's a true collaborative tool with your global supply chain team, so that you can do all your RFQ and purchase order process and document management through the portal instead of doing all this over email or anything like that. And we do support mobile solutions, so basically anybody can access from anywhere on the devices. So if they are accessing from iPhone, iPad, it will automatically adjust to that screen sizes. We do provide a payment portal for your customers to pay their bills. So they can pretty much log into the website and look at their previous invoices, mainly like open invoices, and pay their credit cards using a ACH or credit card on the portal, or depends on what payments we support, you guys support. And the service portal will give access to your service management to your customers. Basically, customers can log in and look at their warranty items, like basically the service items, installed items on the portal. And they can also do warranty registrations or create a service ticket or track the service ticket from the portal. So it's mainly built for your field service team to communicate with your customer on their warranty information as well as the service related data. We do support connectors to Shopify and Magento. So if you have a e-commerce solution that you are just looking to integrate instead of using the eShop, we do have a connector solution to integrate with your existing Shopify or Magento websites. On top of this, we do have like a global marketplace for different countries. There might be different applications. So there are like third-party applications available, and you can basically look for, especially let's say if you're doing business in Australia or like some other countries where you have like specific shipping connectors or credit card integrations. So there are different plugins available for you to link based on the country specific payments or shipping. So that's what makes eShop powerful and global, because there is a huge channel of plugins available for different countries. So we don't need to build everything from scratch. Rather, you first look at if there is any extension available, and we get that extension. If needed, we customize it. But there are like other third-party plugins available to integrate with the e-commerce solution, and you can leverage any of that. So at a high level, just to give you an overview of how eShop works with your ERP. So eShop is basically sitting on top of the Dynamics 365. All your users, pricing, all the information basically comes real time onto the website, and we do provide like catalog management for managing your content, images, or anything that is related to front end. That information is stored in the content management system. And we do have order management. So this can be utilized for your team. From a customer perspective, I can log in and see all my open orders, open invoices, credit memos, anything that is available in the Business Central, and you wanted to give it to your customer, you can give that. They can run any of the reports from the Business Central and display on the portal. And they can also look at all the historical data from the beginning of what you have in the Business Center. Payments are different ways. We do credit cards, and we do integrate with different credit cards like ChargeLogic, iPayment Solutions, or eBiz, and other gateways like Authorize.net, PayPal, Braintree. So there are a bunch of other gateways that we do integrate with, but we also provide the terms option, especially in the B2B scenario. If the customer wanted to pay with the terms, if they have terms already in the BC, they can do that. And we also check at all the credit limits, credit holds, and stop the customer from placing the order on the portal. The taxes come straight from the Business Central based on the tax tables. And if you are using Avalara or the other tax CCH, we do integrate with those solutions. The shipping is directly integrated with FedEx, UPS, Australia Post, Canada Post, and there are a bunch of other international integrations based on the country that you wanted to implement. But the shipping is also can be set up based on your own dollar amount or weight. So if you have a different rate specified based on the weight or volume, you can specify that in the backend. So basically the key thing is the key business logic and business related data comes from the ERP, and anything that is more of a front-end content stuff is maintained in the content management system. So here, this is a good slide. It kind of gives you like all-in-one multi-channel, because you have one application to integrate with multiple sales channels, your B2B, B2C, third-party marketplaces, salespeople, or your third-party PL, 3PLs. And we do provide the built-in content management system for your team to manage the content without needing the programmer help, especially if you wanted to add new stuff to the website. We provide marketing tools and integrate with analytical tools like Google and other parties for more in-depth marketing analysis. And we basically support all the global needs like multi-currency, multi-language, and multi-store if you have different store requirements based on the specific country. So you can do that using one single database and platform instead of having multiple databases and stuff. So you can have multi-store, multi-currency, and multi-language on a single database. We do cloud as SaaS model, or if you are looking at a more on-prem deployments, we do that too. And the responsive, so as we mentioned, it's responsive to different devices. Depends on the device, it will adjust that screen sizes. And we can also do in different modes of the implementation. So what we call as real-time, mixed, and online. Basically, if you wanted to go live with eShop without connection to BC, then we can just run the website independently. Or once you go live, we can connect it back to the BC. So we have the capability to run the website without need of BC, and also mixed mode where you pull some data from the BC, some from your PLM or PM systems or other databases, and we also have eShop, its own database. So you can do different ways of implementing the solution. Just like from a operations ROI perspective, because it's all fully utilizing the Business Central, so you don't need to do additional setups from a pricing, inventory, customer historical, all that stuff. And also when the order comes in, basically it goes straight into the BC and a pick ticket can be printed, so nobody can touch the order from the customer service, only shipping guys will pull the order. So that automation will save like a lot of time and money from the operations perspective. And also the increased sales because of a global presence and ability to do brand awareness and search engine from the internet and purchase. And we do support loyalty programs and steps for repeat customers. This is implementation steps that we follow. I'll just skip that. Okay, so I'll just quickly jump into to the demo. So, but this is one slide for some addresses. But let me go and look at my application. Let me open the website. And so from the I'll just jump into like the front end perspective. So the look and feel of this site is you can have different templates and modify, personalize according to the needs of the branding. But out of the box, we have hundreds of templates that can be utilized to begin with and personalize that. So the whole front end itself is all configurable, and you can put whatever information that you want on the home page without needing to do like a lot of customizations. You can use the backend tool for that. And quickly from the catalog perspective, all the catalog stuff is managed in the backend itself. So if you have like different categories, different brands, all these are set up in the BC and displayed onto the website. And the key elements like your attribute data, your pricing, all that are maintained in the Business Central and displayed on the website. So basically, any attribute that you have in the BC can become like a filtered on the left side. So I can filter the data based on that. And right now I'm not logged in, so I see certain price. So that's what the B2C pricing you have. And if you have like a different pricing based on the country or currency, you can set up that in the BC, and when they log in, they will see those prices. And also as a customer, if I wanted to log in, let's say, if I already have a login and I wanted to see my own pricing, then when I jump onto those products, so now the price is different compared to the price I have for a B2C customer. So B2C customer was seeing a different price, and as a B2B customer, I'm seeing a different price. So pretty much all this pricing and inventory availability is coming from the Business Central. So if I quickly take this item and jump into BC, and I wanted to see particularly on this item. So here is the item in the BC, and we have different pricing setup and different inventory levels. So the website is basically looking at the availability, and that is what is displayed on the website. Same thing with the pricing. Once we see this is list price, but as a B2B customer, I had a different price, and even for the B2C customer, it was having a different prices. So all that is reflected on the website when a customer logs in based on his account. And the content itself, like all the content, like you have like long descriptions, videos, and if you have any spec sheets or specification documents, all that data is again maintained in the content management system, as well as the Business Central attribute data. So if there is any attribute that you specified in the BC, they will show up in here. And like long descriptions and stuff, these will come straight from the back end. And this is the content management side, where you can have a lot more data specified per customer. And you can basically have pictures loaded directly in the content management system, all the search engine optimization attributes. So those can be set up in the eShop itself. And there are different tabs that you can specify for your data, like videos, data sheets and stuff. And also you can have multi-language capability, especially if you're doing like global e-commerce. You can specify like different languages content based on the product. So the website, once they go select a French or auto detect based on the IPs, so they can be routed to French site, and the data, the description will come straight from the French itself. And also algorithms, customer who bought these items, all the standard e-commerce, those are pretty much given, and any e-commerce. So the whole shopping cart, so the pricing all comes from the BC. If you have like different prices based on the country and stuff, so you can set up that in the BC, and when that particular customer logs in, he will see their specific pricing, and you can set up based on the currency, multi-currency, and all that gonna reflect on the website during the checkout. They can also specify different attributes that you wanted to collect, like if you wanted to collect the POs, scanned POs, or requested delivery dates, all that data that you typically need as part of your order, you can add those attributes and allow them to place orders. Freight shopping, coupons, gift cards, those are available on the total, the shipping addresses. So these are coming from the BC. All the shipping addresses, if you wanted to add different shipping addresses, those will come. And you can do different payment methods. If they are a B2B, you can pay with a check or PO option. And once I have the order confirmed, the order straight away creates a sales order in the Business Central. So this is the order that goes into the BC. So if I look at my sales order, so this is the order that we just placed on the website. And any changes that are happening on the order itself can be basically immediately displayed on the portal. So let's say if I'm looking at my order details, if the order is released or open, and if there is any tracking information that's there. And I can also download the PDF copy of sales orders report, and this is the order report generated by the BC. So they can look at all those reports there. If there are any partial quantities, customer can see the partial quantities. They can do reorders from the existing one. But pretty much any updates happen to the order are immediately reflected to the website. And the customer also have full access to all their locations, like all their shipping addresses, whatever address that is given in the back end of your BC, like your ship to addresses. The customer has the ability to view and edit them. All the open orders that are, it doesn't matter whether that was order created in the BC and stuff. So those orders will be created in the BC and displayed on the portal. So all the orders, all the closed orders like invoices and stuff. So these are all the invoices that they can look at, and they can print those invoices, copy from the portal. All the reports that you wanted to give access to, like if you want to give them quote report or invoices, order report, anything that is related to the customer related reports, those can be basically available. And this is a pretty good tool, especially if you are giving access to your POs or anything. The customer can just, our supplier can just download their reports, like invoice reports or purchase order related, any documentation that you gave to the customer. All the transactions that are in the system, so everything that is invoices, payments, credit memos, all that information comes there. So customer can also manage their own users, especially B2B, if they have multi-locations and wanted to give like different location access to each user, they can create that. They can upload documents, download documents. So pretty much all the standard e-commerce, but the key thing is coming from the VC. Also, customer can do registrations through the portal, and when they are registering, basically it will create a login for the customer, as well as a customer record in the system. So all that information is going straight into the VC. So for a B2C customer, they can just do a login and do registrations. And just from a backend perspective, I just wanted to jump in a little bit and show you like how the content management, like you can have different languages and stuff. So especially with the multi-language sites, so you wanted to do different languages. So we do allow you to add different language options. And then on the website, it basically displays the language selector to select a language. And same thing with the currencies. So you can enable different currencies. So especially if you have different currency plan, then the customer can do multi-currency. And based on the currencies that you enable, and it's going to use the rates either from the BC, or we can set up the rate table from the eShop and provide that. So once we enable this, the customer will have the option to select different currencies and stuff on the portal. Different shipping methods, so different providers, so based on the countries or based on the countryside, we can enable different plugins for that particular location. So same thing with the payment, so they can do like different payment methods, like the credit card, purchase order, checks, PayPal. So anything that is like different country methods, then you can enable those particular payment methods. Okay, and there are different pages and different content related stuff, like you can create different topic pages. So especially if you have like a lot of marketing pages, then you can create these different pages. Like if you have a shipping info page where you wanted to give some information about that, then you can basically create a shipping returns page, and that will create like a page for you that can be added on the portal, and you can put the content back into that section, and you can manage this page directly in the backend. So whatever information, like if you want to put videos, email, links or images, anything that is more content related, you can just edit on your own. We also do different languages on that content related. So each, you can have one page, but in different languages for different customers. Same thing with the message templates, like different emails. So you can configure different notifications based on the login, and they will be able to pick which message you want, like when a customer logs in or when a customer registers, you can create like basically a message and you can edit this message. You can do multi-store. So one other option you can do, like if you want different countries have their different URLs with different product data, so you can segregate based on the store. So if you have one store for US, one store for Canada, but they have different products shared and different products unique to them, then you can set up your own store for different countries and have different products assigned to each store. So we do support that multi-store capability for you. And also at a customer role level, where you can specify different customer types like B2B, B2C customer, and you can specify different catalog based on those customers. So especially if you have any sensitive products that you don't sell it to different locations or countries, then you can create a catalog that is for US, and when that particular customer logs in, he will see only US related products. Or if you have them log in from Europe, maybe they will see Europe related products. So pretty much you can control that. And there are different extensions, plugins, like all the things that I was showing you, like a homepage menus or like sliders. So those can all be set up basically from the backend, like with a different menu structure. So each one can have its own menu. So if you want like a news section on the website, you can add that. You can also add that under my account or product. So you can literally drag and drop and build your own menu layout for the front end. And all that is basically done by a non-programmatic resource that you have your sliders, homepage filters, all that. So pretty much any e-commerce needs that are needed, you can manage that from the back end. I think that's what I wanted to cover a lot. So Joe, I think I wanted to quickly check on if there are any questions. And
Okay, Naveen, it looks like we don't have any questions right now.
okay, perfect. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what I wanted to kind of cover in this particular session. So I think if we don't have any questions, I think at the just as an end note, I can talk a little bit on how this works with the implementation perspective. Okay. So basically, like the process is once you have your business central, and a lot of the times customers either wanted to go live right away, or they wanted to do as a phase two approach. And the eShop can be accommodated both ways. So you go live with PC, and at the same time, we take you live to the eShop also. In that process, we basically need to make sure like all the data elements are in there, whatever data that we mainly need, like your categories, products, images, all that information needs to be available for us to upload as part of your go live. So if you want to go live after, also it's possible where you take PC live, and then within a month we can take you live with the eShop. And so when it comes to B2B, B2C also, so you can roll out B2B initially and then later into B2C. So you can do like different phased approaches on every module, or you can go all modules at once. And same thing with multi-language, like globally, if you wanted to first roll out one store and slowly roll out to other stores, you can do that. Different process of rolling out the implementations. And we do have everything as one application. So if the implementation of B2C later becomes easy because B2B is already installed, so we just need to enable the B2C and open the site to the public. So it's not complicated once we have one product installed, so it's not like re-implementing everything. Okay. I think, Joe, I think I'm good on my side. Then any last comments that you wanted to add?
No, thanks. And it appears we don't have any further questions. So thank you, Naveen, and feel free to contact us or Naveen and his team at Dynamics eShop with any additional questions you guys might have. And I want to thank Naveen for presenting today, and everyone on today's webinar, or if you're watching on demand, we thank you for taking the time to join us. And just a reminder, we have new training workshops for you and your team members to attend. Visit our training workshops page at enovia.com/workshops for more information and to register for the training workshop that fits your role. We also have more webinars coming up. Next Tuesday morning, take some time out to join us as Enovia's own Deb Adler presents her webinar, Online Shopping, Shop Smart Tips to Avoid Cyber Criminals. So check out our website for more of our upcoming events, and that's at enovia.com/events. And don't forget to check out our Enovia Conversation podcast with hosts Steve Woltz and Jeff Pergolski. You can find out about all the different podcast platforms to listen to them on our podcast page. That's at enovia.com/podcast. And while you're there, you can check out our podcast library and be sure to subscribe to receive notifications when new episodes air. And we have events coming up. Next week, Enovia will be at DynamicsCon Live in Anaheim, California. If you're in the area, stop by and say hi to the team. For a list of all the events we have coming up, head over to inovia.com/conferences. And thank you again for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you at another Inovia webinar. Thank you, Naveen.
Thanks, Joe.